Like,
Right.
I'm actually not the, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually not the dopest. There's still, I'm dope, yes, but I never want to get to the point where I don't look at myself as a student of the game, or like I'm not willing to learn or try other things, because if I feel like I've reached an apex, it's not gonna, there'll be no need to push. And like that's when the I can't think of the word, like you start becoming complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't ever want to reach a point in my music, rich or not, where like I feel like it's just acceptable to just put anything out. Like I'd like to always be trying to be creative and come up with new things and pushing myself as an artist, because I'm a rapper, lyricist before all else. So like I gotta keep. My friends always tell me that like I've proven that I can rap, and like I have, bro. But I feel like if you're like a hip hop fan, there's like so many levels with rhyme scheme and like simile, metaphors, and lyricism that like. Cause I listen to a lot of these dope rappers and like underground lyricists, and these are like my heroes, and I listen to stuff and I'll be like geeking out, like bro, running it back and be like, bro, how like the human mind's ability to be able to do that, like
Right.
there's so many levels that I have not hit, bro. Like if you know hip hop, there's so many levels that are still yet to reach. I feel like on a basic level, I've been able to prove that I can rap and rap well, so I'm kind of exploring this, like, focus on just making good songs. I've always made good songs, but, like, now that's going to be the main focus, because I've proven that, you know?
Right.
Rapping is what I can do, but I'm just saying that, like, my pen, like, pushing my style will always be. I always got to stay sharp, bro.
That right there is why I love Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you listen to his music, you got to go back and play it a couple times to really see what he actually talking about. Cause
Yeah.
you just take it from the surface of it, like you would think he's talking about one thing.
Yeah.
But then when you go back and listen to him, like, oh, and then you hear about a certain thing that happened to him or a certain situation.
Yeah.
Then you play that song again, but like, okay.
Yeah, bro.
So it's definitely levels to this thing. But what got you into music though? Like the actual, actually writing and stuff?
Like, so like my favorite rapper is Cole, J. Cole, and he's my biggest influence.
Okay.
I'd say up to 2014 was when I started rapping. So up to that point, like I'd listen to hip hop, but I never really like cared. You know, like people were always like music, I feel it. It's like I couldn't live without music. You know, like people feel music.
Right.
We feel that way. I feel that way now. I see what everybody's, but like as a kid growing up to say about 2014, I wasn't like invested, I feel like that. Music was cool, but I had other passions that I was invested. I'm really into like gaming and anime and superheroes and stuff like that. So like, but then I started kind of like freestyling like in high school and stuff, like with friends, you know, lunch tables and bus circles and stuff. That led to me, I got into Texas State and then Hip Hop Congress, and I got to be around. By this time, it was always just fun for me, but like I was around other artists. Is where I met Q and a lot of people, and like I got to be around people that actually like were making songs and putting music out, and it was. And I guess looking back, I guess maybe it was inspiration, because I wanted recognition, because I felt like I could do that too. But at the time, I just rapped. Like there was no like bodies of work or like songs out, which is what you need to be able to do.
Right.
And so 2014 Forest Hill Drive, Cole's album, I remember up to that point I was kind of easing into like serious, semi-serious, I think because I wanted respect from a lot of people around me, and then I wanted to hone that ability and show that I could. So I was slipping into semi-serious, and then that album just really inspired me, bro, in a way that I can't even like describe. And it led me to like, you know, it led me to just pursue. I mean, I was like, I can do this too, bro. Like I want to do this for real. Like, and that's what pushed me to do that. Like, it pushed me to be like, I can take my career seriously. It's possible, and like I can reach. No, yeah, it just inspired me, bro. I mean, like this is attainable. It makes me feel like I can reach this. Like, and then I remember going home. I think that was around Christmas break, because that was December of that year that he dropped the album. I remember going home and telling some of my close friends, like, yo, I think I want to do this for real. I think I can reach this. Like, I want to start honing this and not being semi-serious or just for fun. I want this to be my career. I want to start working towards that. And so here I am, you know, X amount of shows, bodies of work, whatever later.
Okay.
Trying to make it.
Yeah, I feel that. And you're from urban,
Yeah.
so you a Cowboys fan?
Nah, bro. Like I said, I'm not big into sports. But if I had to pick, I'd probably say I like basketball. I like boxing and UFC.
Okay.
But like you were saying, like my family really is. They're super regional sports. My uncle used to play for the Patriots.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kenneth Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, bro.
Cool.
So it's weird. Like my mom, like she would give me, cause I never. It's my uncle, so I never, and because I'm not into sports,
Yeah.
I guess growing up I was not able to understand the gravity of that.
Yeah.
Until I got a little older, you know what I'm saying? And like my mom, like I have like some throwback jerseys that like I keep because it's my uncle.
Yeah,
But she was like, you don't know how this is. She would tell me, you don't know how this is a big deal. Like,
yeah, right.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, cool, mom.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's cool, mom. And so yeah, no, they're big. My mom did varsity basketball. My dad did football and boxing. So yeah, my family's really big into. But it wasn't. I hooped a little bit, bro. Track a little bit, but I guess it just wasn't my path. I wasn't like driven to like do that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that you have to be good. The way that you probably were to be able to get millions of those scholarships. Like I just wasn't, bro. There was a time I was trying to get really good at basketball and going to hoop or whatever it is and practicing and just, I guess just creativity was just maybe my lane, bro. Because I never stuck with that or had desire to like with music.
Okay.
So.
That's what's up. So, what does your mom think about your music career and everything, man?
I was really weird about it in the beginning, and like with my family and stuff. But over time, I don't think my mom and my family, I don't think they were against it. But it was, I think, for me and like from the suburbs, it was a little weird coming from me. But like as a kid,
you kind of touched on it in your song "Greatness."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little maybe weird. I can't think of weird just because I was really like from the suburbs, bro. Like it was a real like maybe timid kid-ish. I don't think anybody would have expected me to be rapping. No. But over time, everybody started to support it because I started to improve. Yeah. I think they started to see the how serious I took it. And the main thing was that as long as I'm going to school and getting my degree, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta do that.
They'll be behind that. My mom, I couldn't just be on some like, hey, I'm gonna drop out of college, mom, to be I want to be a rap star. Like that would not have gone over. But no, I did my thing, bro. I got my bachelor's, my master's, and my mom proud. They're behind. They whatever I want to do. Now that was at that time, 5-6 years ago. Now it's like. They support me. They want to see me. My mom would it's transitioned to her liking posts and stuff, and my family like wanting this to happen for me because I think they believe in me.
They believe in you, and you didn't like just like
stop,
throw away like your opportunities to pursue this. So you know what I mean. You did like your influence J. Cole did.
Right.
You know, he went to school, got his degree, and then he still chased his dream after that. But he took care of business first. So,
and that was the only way that I was gonna be able, bro. So they're behind it now. It's cool to have to feel like I don't have to hide that, to have my family behind my music.
Right. In your music and everything, do you feel like you have to be conscious about the things you say and the things you put on the airways and stuff like that?
Because of family or something listening, or
not because of family, because of the social climate that we in. You know, kind of like just everything that we hear now. A lot of the hip hop that we hear that's actually being promoted. You know, of course, there's different artists that have the right messages and actually talking about something. But what's being promoted out there is mostly negative,
toxic. That's
low vibration type things, you know what I mean? So I was wondering if you are constantly trying to go in there and kind of break that cycle, or if it's on your mind to try and be different and try and put something positive in the kids' minds while listening to it.
I would say it is, bro. Maybe not super consciously as it should be all the time, but because I have such a strong like I feel so strongly about the toxicity and that's promoted through music, and that I looked at it one time and I was like, our champions, bro, are like these people that aren't talking about very good things in their music. And I realize with some artists, it's just reflecting on their past and speaking their truth. Like, I'm an MC soul and I do hip hop, so I get that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like as a writer, but like there's other stuff that I feel like is blatantly like you don't have to put that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think just by nature of that, I consciously do that. Like when I make my music, I'm trying to give a positive message and hit this middle ground, but where it's like the kid, like it's popular, it's trendy, but I'm through that I can get my message. I just gotta say things a different way. If I can learn how to manipulate that and do that my way and get my message through that, that's the best way to communicate that, to kind of show people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, take that and see how I can bend it, manipulate it for my will, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Musically, and be able to get your message across. Because I think if it was all just like high tier, like super complex all the time, not everybody is as receptive to that. Not every listener.
I get that.
You know?
Yeah. Basically putting candy with the medicine.
Yeah, bro. It's a hard task, yeah. But I'm working on it.
But you said that J. Cole was like was your influence on one album. Who was some of the other artists that you listened to today?
Yeah, so I always say, and Cole, that was when I started rapping. So like I gravitated to him, like how he expressed stuff in his music in rhyme patterns. There was a lot of stuff that I would have where I was like, hey, I would say something that way, or like I like the way that he expressed. And so when I learned how to rap, that was how I developed my bass style from Cole. And so that's why he's just my main. But outside of that, I listen to a lot of Griselda. I don't know, Benny the Butcher. Yeah, bro, I love Griselda. Yeah. And it's funny because like I laugh at my homies. I'd be like, bro, I'm all from the burbs, so I didn't even know what half the stuff I learned a lot of my talk, like the drug talk and stuff, from like the lingo, learning what it means and stuff through listening to their music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so funny. Like, and I'm just drawn to that. Like, it exudes the hip hop essence. You know what I'm saying? That gritty, like, because it's born at. I feel like they kind of exude similar what it's kind of born out of. So they're a big influence.
What do you think about like the Nazi stuff that being
with West Side? So I was gonna say my two favorite are Benny and Conway. Yeah. I never was a big West Side Gun fan, and one of my homies was like, you need to really give him a chance, like, and listen to his project. So I tried. Like, is it Nazi undertones, or is it just like the artwork? Because I saw the like, I don't understand that.
It's not really like the wording in his music. It's just the artwork. Like he actually had like, you know,
the hit. But I don't. And what is that? Do you know what it means? Like the hit. What the name of it? It was like Hitler something. What is that supposed to signify?
Who, Hitler?
Like no, like the name of the album that West Side. It's like Hitler. Is it? Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Hitler something.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I wish I just knew. Maybe I'm not. I was like, maybe I'm not getting what it's.
I think he's just trying to do it for shock value. You know what I mean?
So you don't think there's any? Hitler wears Hermes in. Hitler wears Hermes.
Oh, Hitler wears Hermes. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That was just one from like 2-3 years ago, right?
I think this. Oh, it says 2021. So yeah, Yeah.
Like he's like he's like, I think it's for this shock value, really, because his music, his words don't really like
match up with any of it.
Yeah. So I just think it's like for like dope album, because even his merchants, they blew up off the music, but they merch was a huge thing too. And he was a big designer in the merch, you know, and stuff like that. In the fashion.
Who's your favorite out of the three?
Huh?
Who's your favorite out of the three?
My favorite out of the three?
Or just all?
It depends on how I'm feeling. Now, West Side Gun, he my least favorite too.
100%.
But Conway, he like the OG technician.
Yeah.
But my boy Benny, he like that
boy.
that young bull. Like he just coming in swinging. But Conway might be my favorite because he just be like a word technician. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And he finds pockets
crazy.
really nicely. And then Bodie James, you know what I'm saying? Rome Streets, like I've really been messing with their whole clip, bro. I just really mess with Griselda. Griselda, y'all never heard of Annoyed?
Who?
Annoyed, Anoyd. It's a rapper from Connecticut area, so Anoyd. He's really dope, another lyricist.
I don't know him, but I'm definitely gonna check him out.
Yeah, he's cool. I think you'd like the music. Who's somebody that I feel like? I guess you would. I would say Drake. I'd say. So Cole was my main influence, but Drake was also somebody that when I was learning to rap and learning how to develop my like rap voice, like to try to make it more sonically pleasing, Drake was somebody who I studied a lot. Just trying to think. Kendrick. Of course, Kendrick. I should have went with that early top, but Kendrick naturally.
It's a lot of people that say Kendrick's music doesn't have replay value. What you think about that?
That's when I was having this conversation. I think so. Like the most recent album, and then To Pimp a Butterfly. I think those. You have to be in a. I feel like for hip hop and like for our culture, black culture, and like the message he's exuding creatively, like I'm saying, like on an objective, we're analyzing the art that type of way. I think that it's phenomenal what he does, right? But like, that's a type of space and mood you gotta be in, bro. I can't just like ride around like just playing some of those albums, or those two albums specifically. I think I really liked. I've listened to him a long time, but I really liked Damn. I thought that it was a good mix between commercial and like still hip hop personally.
Damn was probably my favorite out of his album, though, because it was like a good mixture of it.
You know, because I don't think I've listened to Section 80 all the way through. I think I've just heard
I haven't either.
People just always look at me like I'm blasphemous, bro. And it's like it's not on purpose. I've heard various songs, I think.
Yeah.
And so, but like from what I've heard, and then going throughout his discography, I would say Damn too, just because like I feel like you want to have a perfect mix of like solid production and your message. It's hard for me to stay entertained if one is lacking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lyricist, right? But like, I don't want to hear spiritual, whatever it is, over a beat that's not sonically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Even if the bars and even if the rhyme schemes are solid, I just don't personally want to. Or on the other token, like your beat shouldn't be the thing that carries you. You know what I'm saying? Carries your music.
I feel that.
So I thought he hit that perfectly there. So I'd probably say Damn too. The other two, like To Pimp a Butterfly, and then the most recent one, maybe Mr. Morale and the Big. Maybe people are right, bro. Because I just think that it's you. That's like I kind of look at those like a work of art, like a painting. You know, you kind of like, you know, you go to the museum, you look at the painting, and then you go to the next painting, like, respectfully, that's what you know what I'm saying?
I kind of think that's what he's going for, though.
Yeah.
Like, because I think after he won that award and everything, he just making music for, like, stadium tours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you had to describe to a fan that you just met the type of artist that you are, how would you describe yourself and your music?
This may be kind of basic, but I usually go with. It's basic, but I feel like it's been the most efficient in giving people my vibe. When people ask me, I usually just go with conscious. I like a conscious artist, but I'd say like modern conscious. You know, so like because I don't know if people automatically think boom bap or think just raps all the time. Because I have songs that are a little bit more on the commercial. You know what I'm saying? Side like so. Or they can kind of be looked at that way. So that's why I say, like, you know, conscious with kind of like a modern touch, a conscious artist. Okay. There's things that I talk about in my music, like it's gonna be content there, but I have enough production and everything that if people just want to just let it ride, let the motherfucker ride, just let it ride, bro. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? So,
how would you How are you trying to separate yourself from the pack? I guess is like, cause as we were talking about, earlier about, the talent pool that's in the Austin area and everything, trying to come out and blow just like you are. How are you trying to separate yourself or market yourself in this new media age, online, social media age, and stuff like that?
The marketing thing is one thing I'm actually trying to master. That's been the thing I think for years that cause like, there's no like science to that, but there's techniques and there's different things you can do.
Right.
So I'm trying to find the right thing to invest in as far as that. I don't mind paying the money. I just don't know what is the correct thing. That part I'm still kind of, but like musically and who I am, like so like one of my main goals with music is I'd like to reach a point where I'm known across the globe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a touring artist, an artist is making that this is my main career and people can see that. To show that you can, I feel like people have a stereotype of what a rapper should be or what cool is or how people should be in that type of space, you know?
Right.
I don't feel like I fit those, you know? And so I want to show people that you really can just be yourself. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? To just be you, your individuality, and your authenticity. That's what's gonna get the fans. That's what's gonna draw people. That's what's gonna make people feel like you're real. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the key, is just to be you. So I want to be able to show people that your individuality. You don't have to. There's a lot of like copying, at least in this space of hip hop, like or having to be like this or this is the fad. But you can just do your own thing. And like I'm on social media talking about superheroes and I'm just all types of geeky, like, you know what I'm saying? And then hop on a track, I'm doing my music thing. Like, you could just be you. People are gonna mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Because people like when they feel like you're real.
Especially in 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
How do you view the Austin hip hop scene? Like, do you think it's something that you can take advantage of, something that needs to grow, something that's lacking in a lot of areas? Or do you think it's just fun?
That's a good question. I'd probably say maybe it's that I hear a lot. I hear it's about San Antonio too, and like I feel like you can feel it at the shows. At least I do locally. Like I've been to a lot of shows, whether I'm performing or whether I'm watching, niggas perform. Like I think maybe what lacks is like a unification. I feel like you'll hear artists say that a lot, but I feel like that's because it's a real thing, because it's like ego. Like that's one of the main things with rappers and what we do.
Right.
And like I'm like a person before the rap shit, so you can feel that at the shows. I don't know if you ever you can feel like some of these artists feel like they're bigger than what they are. And like, we're at the same shows, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the same card as you, bro. And because I'm a friendly dude, bro. I'll go up and shake your hand, or I'll tell you, like, your set is dope. You know what I'm saying? After you get off, that's the person I am. So, like, but there's like it's like a weird tension, like, sometimes amongst artists. We might be all cool in the room or before the show, whatever it is, but it's not like we're, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're cool, like, there's a level of, can't think of the word, like, I don't know if it's standoffish or like, a level of, because we don't really know each other. And like, especially with artists, it's kind of I think it's not everybody's is as competitive as me, but I think at a level, everybody's kind of like, we're trying to go out there and do our thing and be one of the best niggas out there to do our thing, and so I think that hinders a lot of artists though. Like, so I think if a lot of us were more willing to work together and do more collaborative shows with each other, or do more music, or do more events, go to more each other's shows and stuff. I try to go to my artist friends' shows when they ask me out, you know what I'm saying, and support. Like, I think if it was more of that, there would probably be more elevation. It would probably be a quicker way to get eyes on Austin, and just the gold mine that it is, if just some of the ego and everybody was more willing to get together and get active and do something. We create like a Austin wave of like artists that are just, you know what I'm saying, like, so. Okay. I guess I'd probably say that. Other than that, bro, Austin, I think the scene is dope. I think that it's a good place to be able to pop, I feel like.
Okay.
And I think it's a good aesthetic for a mix of different artists. Like Austin seems like a place that you could get a lot of different sounds, and it'd be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You dropped Dragon Tales and the Human Element this year, right?
Yeah.
And your last single was In Touch.
Yeah.
Featuring Deshaun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rap Shit with Andrew Zones.
And Raw, yeah. Yeah.
Man. What's next for you?
I sat down with my producer, bro, and I was just telling him that like we just kind of need to shift gears in terms of like I have a lot of dope music out, and we'll always probably still create, but I really want to focus on pushing out more visuals and videos for the stuff that we've had for years that people mess with, because people usually react well to songs, but people just don't know them on the masses. And I've seen how people react to like obviously videos, like, you know, so I figured that that's a good way to so like the overall answer to that question is to build the fan base. Through that, I'm gonna to get there, I'm gonna try to put out more visuals and stuff, more videos, and that's what we're kind of focusing on. I'm still making music. I have things in the vault. I'm probably gonna I have like waves of like inspiration. I try to let the creativity be that, so that way that's not forced. So like I'm still making music, and I may work on a project and stuff, but the goal isn't just to. I'll probably drop another single here in the next couple months, but the goal isn't to just put out music. It's more so to put out stuff, the things I already have, so people can really see like see this discography, you know. So some songs that I've been out for years that I think people miss. That like when I get big, people will go back and be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So probably just that, bro. More visuals, figuring out the marketing thing, like I was telling you, trying to figure out how to do that, bro. The end goal being building my following, because building a fan base is the key to leverage. Like I can get more shows because people know I can bring people there. More people want to work, like opportunities, people knowing me, you know what I'm saying, who you know, like that. I figured it out because I spent a lot of time analyzing it. Like that's my target, is building my following.
Okay. I just got a couple more questions for you.
For sure, yeah.
All right. What message? Wait, before I ask that, are you trying to stay independent and just build your base, or are you trying to sign with somebody? And like get like that label money and then do your thing off that deal.
I always tell people that because I think if like, because there are independent labels, there are labels that are more reasonable. If we can sit down and the contract, I think, is like reasonable. My thing is I just don't want to get like, I don't want people to have control of my soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be told what to make and what to. That's just my main thing with my art, because it's with all of us so near and dear, my self-expression. So that's my main thing, bro. If the contracts are, but I realize it's a give and take because it's a business. So if the contracts are reasonable, I'm open to labels because they give you a backing. But if not that, bro, it'd probably be independent until I came up on a situation that I thought was like reasonable for my music and career. You know what I'm saying? Just because I want to. My boy Cole said it, bro. These stories you told on record is worth more than gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's music. Like, it means something to me. And I'm not just saying words just because. These pieces of my life and my soul. Like, so it's worth. There's no price on that. You know what I'm saying? There's just no price on that.
Right,
so,
for sure. For sure. And what do you want fans to take away from your music? What is like the ultimate, like, I guess, end game that you want people to know about you when they check out any project that you do or anything that you know, just what do you want people to feel, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask when they hear your music?
I'd probably say, bro, I would probably say, that's a good question. I'd probably say I'd want people to feel, first and foremost, the realness, authenticity, like to feel like, or relatability, be able to relate with me and relate with the realness. and even if they can't relate, to respect the realness in my music. And maybe what they can take from that is more inspiration to just be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just do your own thing. And that, like, when they see the person I am in the media versus the person I am in the media with the music, to see that you can, I also try to actively be a good person, bro. So I want people to also see that in some way or fashion, get that from my music and get that from seeing me, that like, it's okay to be a good person, bro. People don't feel that way in 2022. Everybody's super villains, bro, but we need more superheroes, bro. we need more heroes of justice, bro. So it's okay to be a good person, bro. So that's probably say another thing too. Take from that, you know what I'm saying? So probably those two things. And that over the years when I started doing music, people started telling me that it was inspiring. That just seeing my consistency and like seeing me go was inspiring to them. So like take inspiration to pursue their own crafts if they're not, or that, you know, or if they're apprehensive about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.